Hello and welcome everybody to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage and today we're going to be having a look at Bitcoin. Before we jump into the price action, I just want to say thank you for watching. If you're enjoying the content, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video and leave us some feedback down below. Also in the description below you'll find a link to the Discord. Come check it out, it is free to join. Okay, so for the most part we're still looking at that same possibility. We could be completed into this high and we're actually looking for that potential to actually come back down deeper here into this zone of this 17,104 to this 20,757. So that would be a 382 retracement, and then basically this would be your 50% here. This is 19,610. So we've got a couple of ways that we could be looking at doing this, and we need to just be careful. This could be just a bigger A wave here. We do come back up, get rejected, and then form a bigger C wave to the downside, something like this, looking for that deeper retracement here. We also need to just be a little bit aware there is a potential that we could see some extension within these waves playing out. It is too early to say whether this is actually happening, but we'll have to see whether these targets reach some of the bearish options that we're going to be going over. So we're going to discuss that. One thing I just wanted to discuss first before we do that is we were initially tracking a bigger potential 5-wave move here to the upside, looking at this as having an extension up in this in this fifth wave. So for the most part, this hasn't invalidated yet, but because of the subwave structure, we are looking for that potential to come down one more time. And once we start to lose the 786 zone, it becomes less likely, but we haven't lost it at the moment. So for the most part, even though it's probably not the most likely option on the table now, but there is still that possibility we could actually look to push up for a move like this, provided we hold this zone of this 22,127 and this low point of this 21,351. So for as long as we hold those areas, we can still look for this potential, but we'd want to see it start to play out fairly soon. Um, this corrective structure is quite large though in relation to this move here. So it's not, like I said, it's not my favorite interpretation anymore, but I am still keeping a lookout for this move. If we started to see something here where we start to see something like this as a 1-2, form another 1-2 here, and then this starts to progress up here, and we get a bigger 5-wave move up here, this could then be potentially looking for something like this to play out, where we actually then form a wave one, we come back down for wave two, retest these zones, and then look at something like this playing out for an additional leg to the upside here. But there's not enough information to confirm this yet. So for the time being, I am still favoring the count that we are still continuing to the downside, but we need to just keep an eye on that fact. So within within this, the way I'm currently looking at it is what I'm looking at within here is the fact that we have something like this. This is an A wave down here. I'm actually going to delete these subwaves because they're no longer that important within here. I'm looking at this as an A wave here, looking for this as a B wave that's completed, and then looking for this potential of this C wave to the downside. So the 1-to-1 of this C wave is this 21,600, and for the most part, we do look like we have 5-wave structure here. There is a bit of you can potentially look at this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're looking for a 5, and then we'll get another fourth and a fifth here. So we need to just bear that in mind. But for the time being, I'm treating this whole move here as a diagonal, and then that this is basically a wave two within here. Now, this movement that we're currently having in this midsection at this wave four position, there's a couple of ways we can look at this. I am looking for that potential that we have something like this playing out as a triangle, and then we could be looking at something like this, where we are looking at this is our A wave, B wave, C wave, D wave, and an E wave, and then it could actually look to break down. Alternatively, this could still be within it, where this is the B wave's only formed here, and we could see this progress a little bit higher as a C wave, where this becomes an A, we come back down again for a B and a C, and then we, as long as we don't cross this 22,498, we potentially can still look at this possibility of a triangle in here. If, however, we do look to push to the upside, what I would be keeping an eye on would be this zone here of this 22,761 to this 22,578. If we did move up in this manner, where we form this move and we push up one more time into this zone, that could then be this fourth wave high. So invalidation of this would come by crossing this 23,195, but really for as long as we stay below this, we need to just be aware that we could see some extension to the downside here. And then what we'll have to see is, once this wave comes in here, this fifth wave, we'll have to see how we react, because there is the possibility that this could become a bigger structure where we actually then look at this as an A wave, we get a B wave up, and then we push down again for a C wave again. So, this could then, instead of being a ABC pattern like this could turn into a bigger W, X, and a Y. So we're gonna have to watch this. If we do get this move down here towards this 21,838 to this 21,611 area, then we would be looking for that potential to see what happens. If we only get a three wave move here to the upside, which then looks to target out that 50% to that 786 again, effectively we could actually see something where we come back up into this channel, maybe back test the center line here, and then actually look to break down again. So we're gonna have to just give it a bit of space, but I'm looking out for that possibility. If, however, once we form this C wave down here, we actually move back up and take this B wave high here at this 24,000, what we could then be looking for is that either this could be completed in here, and then we could be looking for a bigger move up here, or alternatively, this move here could just be an A wave. We see a three wave move back up into this zone here, which would be this area of this 24,455 to this 23,415, and then actually look for continuation to the downside, like I said, where we have this as a bigger A wave here, this becomes a B wave, and we get a bigger C wave to the downside. So we need to just bear in mind, these areas are going to be quite key to see how we react. As long as we hold this 21,351, there is still that potential to have another push to the upside, whether that's in a 1, a 2, and a 3, or alternatively an ABC pattern where this becomes an A wave, B, and a C. And then the problem with this is we would then have to be arguing that we have a bigger structure here from further back, where this becomes an A wave, this would be a B wave, and this then we'd get a C wave to the downside. So, these things are possible, but we need to just give it a bit of time to see how we react. For the time being, I am still favoring this idea of moving down in this fifth wave here. That would only really change by moving back up past this 50% line. If we do move back up past that, then we have a couple of options again. We can either be looking at the possibility that we have further extension in here where this becomes a 1 and a 2, and then we look to actually reject higher up here, potentially towards this 2320 zone, and then actually look for a bigger move to the downside. So with that being said, we need to also be aware that, at the moment, like I said, we are looking for that potential as well, that we could start to form this as a more impulsive structure that is actually extending out, and we're actually looking to push down deeper. We don't have the complete structure here for this, but if we did get some extension within these waves here, and this yellow fifth wave managed to push down towards this 21,099, then we could start to argue that, we could look at bigger subdivisions within this where we get this as an additional 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then that would tie in with having an additional fourth wave here and a fifth wave down, and then basically it would just make this whole move into a bigger five-wave pattern. But the first thing that we'd have to do to sort of confirm that would actually be getting a bigger move down here towards this 21,099. Failing to move down as low as that would basically just leave us in that same situation where, like I said, this could then just be an A wave down here. We look for a B wave to the upside and then that C wave down. So it depends how high we would come here, but effectively we could be looking towards this 50% line here. That would be an interesting area. Obviously, we do have some of these key areas here. This previous fourth wave, we could expect a reaction off of if we do move down into that zone. This zone here of this 20,423 as well could be quite an interesting one. And then obviously we just have these fib support zones here, which would be this from there down, that would be a 50%, 618, 702, 786. So just need to keep an eye on that current structure and see how we get down there. But yeah, I'm still anticipating this fifth wave down here. The only way that that would change would be if we actually managed to break back above this 50% here. But even then, we'd have to start taking out some of these key zones like this wave one bottom here at this 23,195. And then basically this high point here of this 24,000. Until we do so, we could still see further rejection to the downside. So that is what I'm currently looking out for. Um, I will try to keep you up to date once we have a bit more information. And if you enjoyed the video, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video. Leave us some feedback down below, and also in the description you'll find a link to Discord. Come check it out; it is free to join. If you have a look down there, you'll also find affiliate links for BYBIT and PrimeXBT, both great exchanges that we use on a regular basis. Check them out if you don't have an account. Using the affiliate link does help support the channel. Everyone have a great weekend. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.